Hey guys, how are you doing? How was your weekend? I hope it was great. How are you feeling today? Feeling good? Well, if you're feeling good, then let's talk about how to make the good feeling last. Do you ever notice that you feel pretty good one minute and the next minute you're having a low or even a bad day? Or maybe you feel pretty good for a few hours or maybe for a few days and then boom, you just crash and burn and you feel bad again. Well, here's a simple truth. We cannot feel good all the time. It's impossible. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we can't try to feel good all the time. We can, and we should. However, we shouldn't expect ourselves to feel good 24/7 because it's just not possible. We're human beings. Humans are imperfect. Life is messy. Things happen. There will be good times and bad times. And the most important thing that we can do is learn how to handle both the good and the bad. Here's a simple example. When you just started your weight training program and you go to the gym and you lift weights and you do all the exercises correctly and you work really hard, and then after you finish your workout you feel great. You feel fit, you feel strong, healthy and energetic. But the next day you wake up and your muscles are aching and sore. You're stiff and tight and you feel exhausted and worn out. Now, this is normal. It's called delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS, and it's a natural response to exercise. It happens because your muscles have been put through a lot of stress and they need time to recover and rebuild. So the question is, what do? Do you feel terrible and just stay in bed all day, or do you get up and move and do something active? Of course you get up and move, because being inactive all day won't help your body recover. In fact, it could make things worse. So what you should do is get up, stretch, eat right, drink plenty of water, get some rest, and then start exercising again. The same goes for our minds and our emotions. We cannot expect to feel happy and positive all the time, but we can learn how to deal with negative feelings and situations in a healthy way. And that starts with accepting what is and then working on changing what isn't. You see, there are two types of suffering that we go through in life. The first type is caused by clinging to things that are impermanent and that we cannot control. We cling to people, places, things, or ideas that change or disappear, and we suffer when they do. We also cling to outcomes that we want to happen, and we suffer when they don't. And the second type of suffering is caused by resisting things that are inevitable and that we cannot change. We resist reality when it does and align with our expectations or desires, and we suffer when we do. So, the key to reducing suffering is learning how to let go of the first type of suffering and learning how to accept the second type. This may sound simple, but it's actually quite challenging. It requires a lot of practice and discipline to stop clinging and resisting, but it's definitely possible. And it's worth it because it leads to true peace and happiness. So, how can you make the good feeling last longer? How can you cultivate more positivity and optimism in your life? Here are some tips. First, practice gratitude. Gratitude is the key to happiness. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you feel richer. When you appreciate the blessings in your life rather than complaining about the curses, you feel happier. Make it a habit to write down 3 new things every day that you're grateful for. It could be anything from the food you eat to the friends you have, to the roof over your head, to the air you breathe, to the love you feel. Gratitude is a choice, and it's a choice that makes all the difference. Secondly, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the key to presence. When you live in the present moment, you're fully aware of your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judging or labeling them. You're connected to your body, to your breath, and to your surroundings. When you're mindful, you're not thinking about the past or worrying about the future. You're right here, right now. Practice mindfulness through meditation, yoga, or simply by paying attention to the present moment. Whenever you notice that your mind is wandering, gently bring it back to the present moment. Mindfulness is a skill, and it's a skill that can be learned and practiced. Thirdly, practice kindness. Kindness is the key to connection. When you show compassion and generosity to yourself and to others, you create positive emotions. You build meaningful relationships and you contribute to a better world. Practice kindness by doing random acts of kindness for strangers, by volunteering your time and skills, or by simply listening to a friend who needs to talk. Kindness is contagious. And when you practice it, you spread happiness to those around you and to yourself. Fourthly, practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is the key to freedom. When you let go of anger and resentment towards yourself and towards others, you heal emotional wounds. You break cycles of negativity and you create space for positive emotions. Practice forgiveness by understanding the humanity of the person who hurt you, by empathizing with their struggles, and by releasing the burden of hatred. Forgiveness is liberating, and when you practice it, you set yourself free from the chains of the past. Lastly, practice acceptance. Acceptance is the key to authenticity. When you embrace reality as it is, rather than trying to change it, you reduce suffering. You align with your values and you live with integrity. Practice acceptance by observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, by choosing actions that are aligned with your deepest beliefs, and by letting go of the need for control. Acceptance is empowering, and when you practice it, you live a life that is true to yourself. These 5 tips may seem simple, but they are powerful. They are the keys that unlock the door to a more positive and fulfilling life. They are the keys to making the good feeling last longer. So practice them daily, and you will see how they transform your life. You will feel how they elevate your mood and your outlook. You will witness how they improve your relationships and your experiences. You will discover how they bring you closer to your purpose and your passions. Now, I want to leave you with this quote by Thich Nhat Hanh. He says, "When you do things from your heart, you will find meaning in what you are doing, even if it is difficult." This is so true. When you follow your heart, when you do what you love and what you believe in, you will find satisfaction and fulfillment. It doesn't matter how hard it is, how much it challenges you, or how much it tests you. When you follow your heart, you will find meaning. So find what you love, what you're passionate about, what you want to make a difference in. Follow your heart. Embrace the challenge, embrace the difficulty, and you will find the meaning. You will find the good feeling. You will find yourself. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to our channel so you can be notified when we post new videos. We would love to have you join our community. Thank you. And until next time, stay curious, stay positive, and stay motivated.